What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Waifuju video. Today we are going over all of the best third basemen in MLB The Show 23 set 1 at the current recording of this video. With the way content's been going, new cards are coming to the game 2-3 times a week, so these videos are going to be tough to make. So to make them a little bit easier, we're going to go primary exclusively within the top 10. I'll give some honorable mentions that are not primary third baseman, or for the future videos, primaries of that position. And yeah, I think that's just a better way to do it. The cards towards the top will still be good as those new cards come out, just there might be better options. Keep in mind, this is my opinion. Some cards you might like better than others, some you might think are better for whatever reason. There's some things that I value more. I'll explain that during the video, but these are the cards that I think are the best third baseman in the game at their primary positions. Let's start with some honorable mentions. Our first honorable mention is going to be, again, a secondary guy. So this is a shortstop primer, but he can play third base. The collection Trey Turner. If you guys don't already have Trey Turner, you should be looking to get him. He's a card you get on the way to getting the Babe Ruth, Chipper Jones, and Pedro Martinez cards that are all amazing. So Trey is definitely something you'll get on the way. I mean, Trey Turner has one of the best swings of the game. He's super fast, 99 speed. I mean, this card just goes so incredibly hard with really good contact. And if you haven't used him before, when you get him, make sure you use him. He's probably better at short, but he can play third. So another honorable mention is 97 Jeff McNeil. I think this card actually is amazing at third, particularly because he's not super fast. And contact's really important this year. So if you guys haven't tried a Jeff McNeil, you'll see how good this card plays despite the power numbers being low. I promise you, like, I don't know what it is. He has a bunch of quirks, and between the quirks and just like the high contact, he's amazing. And he's a budget option. He's free if you just grind out team affinities. And one of the lowest overall cards in this list, but I do think he's really, really, really good, is this 96 overall Future Stars Curtis Mead. Again, high contact guy, 108, 114. He's not super fast or great defensively, so third base is probably the best position. He's a really good budget option. He's going for 18K, 21K right now. So this is one of the cheapest, really good options over there you can get. The last honorable mention is Ellie De La Cruz, switch hitter. He's just a boosted Lindor, 95 speed Lindor. He just doesn't have the quirks, but oof, this thing slaps. He's best at short, but he can play third. And if you need Jeter over there, this guy's great. All right, it is time for the top 10 of actual primary third basemen now. We're going to start this list with 97 overall, World Baseball Classic Yohan Moncada, switch hitter, gets over 100 contact versus both sides after just 2 parallels, and he has a great swing. This card doesn't do anything fantastic, but he does a lot of things well. Very balanced hitter. His clutch is better than his contact, which is definitely a bonus. Good fielding, good enough speed with 65. Like, he does a lot of really good things right, and that's going to make him the number 10 spot. Next up, we have number 9 on the list is going to be 99 overall Brooks Robinson's Gold Glove card. This card actually looks amazing stat-wise. I just think Brooks Robinson's swing isn't that great. So that's one thing that really holds this card back. But 109, 125 is great contact. He'll kind of play almost like that Jeff McNeil I mentioned earlier. 50 speed, fantastic defense, really at second or shortstop. Just the speed's the only thing that really hurts him at those positions. There's nothing this card does inherently bad. He even gets some really good quirks like dead red and first pitch hitter. I just think Brooks Robinson's swing is not great. And third base, you really want to see some more power. Low 80s to mid 80s power is definitely something that other cards just do better. So he's going to be number 9 on this list, but I do think he's a pretty fun and quirky little option. Next up at number 8, we have the antithesis of the last card. He is the complete opposite. 97 overall, and Eugenio Suarez. Low contact guy, 83, 93 contact is not very good, but he does have 105 clutch, which makes him, again, better versus both with those clutch situations. 121, 115 power, and a swing like his that just causes exit velos and launch angles to really feel like you're getting rewarded. And Eugenio Suarez is definitely a really good bopper option. If you're on All-Star or even veteran, this card is one of the best in the game, period. He plays a fine third base. I wouldn't really use him at short, but third base-wise, he's pretty good. He has a couple of quirks, but nothing too crazy. I really like him. I think he's the 8th best third baseman. Coming in at number 7, we have the first of a bunch of lefties that are going to be filling out the rest of this list. 97 overall Future Stars, Brett Beatty. I don't know if it's Beatty or Batty. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to call him Beatty. If I'm wrong, I apologize, Mets fans. I'm sorry. Brett Beatty got a card last year, and again, he is a 97, so He's pretty solid. 113, 108 versus right is very, very good. You're going to pass the threshold at P2 to get to 110 power, which is amazing. Good defense. 90 arm is amazing over there at third base. 66 speed. I would not use him in left field. You could. I wouldn't, but it's not like unusable. He's better than like a Stanton. But at third base, he's pretty solid, and having a lefty bat over there is great. The one big knock on his card is the 88 clutch. That is a little bit low, especially when his contact is significantly higher by default. So I think he's really good. Lefty bat, number 7. All right, here we are at number 6 on the list. I think there's a pretty significant jump from number 7 to number 6. One, he's just by default stock better versus righties, and that's obviously more important with a right-handed pitching meta. 90 speed is amazing, and he's just a better defender overall because of the speed, and his reaction is higher, so he's going to play a better third base. He can also play second and shortstop at a pretty solid level as well because of the high reaction, fielding, and speed. So he's very versatile. Again, another lefty bat that you're really going to want. The only issue on this card is, again, the clutch at 93, but his clutch is technically higher than his contact versus left, which I'm not overly concerned about the low contact versus left. I do wish the clutch was a smidge higher because it is a pretty big drop off from 112 contact to 93 clutch. With those runners in scoring position, so this is definitely a guy you want towards the top of your lineup. He's going to be really, really nice. So here he is, number 6. And now we are officially in the top 5. As you guys can tell by the parallel, I really like this Rafael Devers. He is just something different. I know I have the parallels, so some of the numbers are a little bit higher than they otherwise would be for the base card, but 40 speed is really the only true knock I have against this card. He has 80s arm, which is fine for third base. I don't mind the low, quote-unquote, defense. 117, 122 contact and power versus right at P4. So 113, 118 stock is insane for a free card, especially in a right-handed meta. And Devers might, I don't know if I believe it, but he might have one of like the top 5 lefty swings in this game. If I face a Devers, I am very, very scared to throw him strikes because he tends to just nuke balls. Also has a bunch of quirks. He has breaking ball hitter and rally monkey. So if you see a hanging slider, that ball is more than likely going to get demolished. Devers is amazing, man. And I can't say enough things. If you're starting a team doing no money spent, this is a card you absolutely need in your lineup until you get some upgrades. Speaking of upgrades, number 4 on this list is going to be 99 overall Manny Machado. This card is available in the World Baseball Classic Set 2-pack. 117, 98, 103, 117. It's a very strange card, right? We've gotten these type of Manny Machados recently where he's kind of reverse split, where he's high contact versus one, typically righty, and then high power versus lefties. It's kind of an interesting dynamic. So if you get a lefty, you're more likely to hit a bomb. If you're facing a righty, which you face more anyway, you're more likely to put the ball in play. It's kind of an interesting split, and I kind of enjoy it, honestly. Again, with the more right-handed pitching, when you see a lefty, he's probably not as good, so the contact's not going to matter as much. But the big kicker on Manny, despite the defense, and I know he's a fantastic defender over there at third, 97 fielding, 91 reaction, 87 arm is really, really good. 49 speed kind of sucks, but the best part about this card is the 125 clutch. So if you have a runner in on second or third base, and this card is up, he will have the biggest possible PCI. And that is so, so clutch because it is significantly bigger versus righties and way bigger versus lefties. So all of a sudden, something and a card that has a great swing already and has all these live quirks that he has, breaking ball hitter, homebody, night player, just gets an even bigger PCI runners in scoring position. I think it's super valuable, and I think Manny is the 4th best third baseman in the game because of that. All right, next up we have number 3, 99 overall Eddie Matthews. He was in the BR program number 1. 110, 121 versus righties is insane. I think he's one of like the 2 or 3 best right-hand or lefty hitters versus righties in the game, point blank period. Again, 110, 121 is nuts. 95 contact, 112 versus lefties power-wise. He has 114 clutch, which again, kind of like Manny, he gets better in those clutch situations. It's not quite 125, but it still is really, really good. And he's a perfectly fine fielder over there at third base. Lefty swing, it's an amazing swing as well. I don't know if it's better than Devers' swing, but the stats are significantly better than Devers, and it's a pretty darn close one. It's also the first Eddie Matthews we've ever seen with quirks as well. He has dead red, he has breaking ball, unfazed. I mean, this dude is really, really good. We've never seen him with quirks before, especially now. What is he sitting at? It's 58K. That's so cheap for what I think is like a top 10 card overall in the game. So give him a shot. Number 3. Number 2 is a card that many of you guys have probably used by this point. 99 overall, Munetaka Murakami. Double barrel power, pretty much out of the box for this guy. He is a player for Team Japan who wound up winning the World Baseball Classic. He plays third and first base as a lefty. Again, max power. It is really, really good contact. 108 clutch is really good. Again, it's lower, but not enough to really feel too bad about it. 78 speed for a guy with this type of power is also insane. I throw him at first base. I think that's kind of where he's best at for me because of his arm strength compared to some of the other guys, but everybody watching this video has an opportunity to get Murakami absolutely for free because he's in the XP reward path. He should be the first guy you take no matter what, because I think he is a top 5 card in the game most likely. And if he's not top 5, he's really, really close. This card is absolutely insane. Lefty third baseman with a great swing, a really cool walk-off animation, and he is completely free with just a little bit of grinding. So if you guys are playing the game and enjoying it, there's a decent chance you either have him or are really close, and he's the second best third baseman in the game. And of course, number 1, I don't think anybody that was watching this video expected anything different, but we have 99 overall Chipper Jones. This might be a top 5 card that MLB The Show and SDS have ever put out. 116, 125, 122, 125 at P1. He has 118 clutch. He has gold fielding at third base with 81 arm, 77 speed. Like, there's nothing this guy doesn't do well. He can even steal bases with 82 stealing. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do it. Like, there's nothing this card can't do. Also has 7 active quirks: dead red, breaking ball hitter, first pitch hitter. Like, this guy is going to hit the ball even harder than he would with essentially max power. One of the best swings ever, period, and a switch hitter. Like, there's literally nothing this card doesn't do right, besides maybe just like 99 stealing. He's the best card in the game, and I really do think he's one of the best cards they have ever put into the game with the swing and the quirks and everything. Oh my god, he's just running. You just go get him. Just save up and go get Chipper, okay? Let's do it. He's number 1. That's going to do it, guys. Those are the top 10 third baseman primaries in the game with a couple of honorable mentions. There's so many good options that I didn't even get to mention. A bunch of the TA cards can go there, and there's so many great options, but these are the ones that I think are the best. Thank you guys again. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.